Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this special call about the John Maxwell Team Certification Program. Thank you all so much for joining me on the call tonight. And today, hopefully, I'm going to share with you some information that you're going to find helpful. And if worst comes to worst, maybe it will spar some additional questions for me to answer for you at the end of the call. So, the John Maxwell Team, a lot of people ask, what are some reasons why I should join the John Maxwell team? Well, there are a lot of very good reasons on why a person would want to join the John Maxwell team. For me, I was getting ready to retire. I was about 3 years out, and I knew that I wanted to do something along the lines of professional development when I retired from the military. And the John Maxwell team offered me a way to do that relatively quickly, right? Because a lot of people, they struggle in this field of personal growth and development starting out because they have to develop their own content. With the John Maxwell program, I didn't have to do that. They also offered the additional training that I knew I was going to need in speaking, as well as some additional training that I didn't even know I was going to need at the time, but ended up needing in coaching and sales. It's interesting, being in the military for over 30 years, I didn't realize how complicated sales could be or how little I knew about sales itself. It's kind of funny when you think about it. So obviously the John Maxwell brand, John Maxwell is one of the number one leading experts in leadership on the planet, right? So the number one thing that you're going to get through the John Maxwell training program is lots and lots of training on leadership and leadership development, as you would expect with the John Maxwell brand, of course. However, there's also some other things that come along with the program as well. There's coaching training as well as speakers training. And for me, it's interesting because I was one of those guys that thought I wanted to be a better speaker, and I went to Toastmasters like twice and literally got freaked out from the and ah counter, right? So I never went back again. Little did I know that my passion, or getting to my passion, I would have to learn how to become a better speaker. The nice thing about the John Maxwell program is they never had an and ah counter. They never made me feel like I was inadequate because I wasn't a good polished speaker starting out. What they understood is that there's 26 principles that make John the number one speaker in the world. And those 26 principles all have to do with his willingness to connect with the audience where they are. Not to be that prim and proper and perfect person on stage, but be the perfect person that the audience needs to hear. And sometimes the audience hears better when you're not absolutely polished. They connect with you better when you're not absolutely polished. So, anyways, the speaking program within the John Maxwell team is run by Roddy Galbraith. It's an amazing program. The coaching program within the John Maxwell team is run by a guy named Christian Simpson. He is an absolute amazing coach, and the training that you're going to get in those two areas is phenomenal. There's also marketing training and social media stuff that's available, as well as sales training with Chris Robinson is just absolutely phenomenal. Again, being in the military for 30 years, I didn't know what I didn't know about sales. And when I started learning about sales, I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is so much more complicated, yet so much easier than I thought it was going to be." In other words, it wasn't hard to do it. I just had to think of things in a different way, if that makes any sense at all. But anyways, Chris teaches sales in a way that is very easy to follow, and if you follow the process, will be very profitable for you as well. They also have training by Mr. Paul Martinelli on mindset and some additional leadership training by a guy named Mark Cole. He's the CEO of the John Maxwell Company, and he actually does a teaching call every now and again on the teaching line where he will talk about what John is actually teaching in the industry right now, which is kind of cool. This is the number two guy to John Maxwell talking to us about stuff that's going on with John today. It's pretty neat. So this is a picture of what the online platform looks like. With the basic JMT membership, you get access to this online platform for life. There's 6 core systems that come as part of the basic package. So these 6 core systems consist on training materials for John's book, Everyone Communicates If You Connect, Becoming a Person of Influence, How to Be a Real Success, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, Putting Your Dreams to the Test, and Leadership Gold. And again, those all come with ready to go, out of the box PowerPoints, everything you need to do mastermind groups, lunch and learns, and make money off teaching these 6 core curriculum courses. Now, you don't have to make money. If you choose not to, that's okay. If you do, that's great. The best thing about the John Maxwell team is at the basic level, you never have to pay anything back to the John Maxwell team. 100% of what you make off what you sell is yours. Period. That's it. You know, unlike some of the other programs where you're having to pay 20% back on this or you're having to buy slides. I went through a certification course, and literally when I finished the certification course, I was going to teach the material. I had to pay $98 a slide deck for the classes that I was going to teach to be able to sell their books. It was crazy. Needless to say, I don't do a lot of work with them anymore. But just understand that there's programs out there that are like that. The John Maxwell team isn't. All right, so obviously, along with the material that you're going to study on the online platform, there's also a live certification event that you have to attend in Florida. There's 2 different times a year when you can go. The dates we're primarily looking for right now are in 2020. Um, the March dates are the 22nd through the 24th, and you need to cover your travel, you need to cover your meals and resource fee, and you need to cover your hotel. The rest of the certification is included in your basic membership, but you do have to cover those other 3 things. The other dates are the 31st of August through the 2nd of September, and it's the same deal. So your basic certification is included in your registration fee or in your basic fee, and then you have to cover your meals and registration, you have to cover your hotel and your flight. So if you live in Florida, great, you're right there. If you live in Alaska, just understand that you're going to have a long flight to get there. I go back twice a year. I love it. It's absolutely worth every penny that I pay. Um, it's the single best conference that I have ever been to, and that's why I keep going back. All right, so for the basic package, if you were to buy it today, it's $6,997. That's what it costs, or the level of investment that you'll make. The reality is that for what you get, that is a really, really low price. It's not a bad deal. And if you're interested, go ahead and just send me an email with your full name, first and last name, your phone number, and your email address, and I'll be happy to connect you with a program coordinator, and we'll get you started. However, for a couple of you, you're ready to go now. There's a really killer deal going till the end of December where I can bring in 2 friends or family members for $1,500 each. That's only, yeah, $1,500. That's like a fraction of the regular cost, right? And what you're going to end up getting is all of the stuff on the referral receive side of this slide. You basically get your full lifetime access and certification to JMT. Remember, and again, you got to pay for your meals, you got to pay for your flight down there, and you got to pay for your hotel. But the lifetime access to the online platform, the 6 core systems, all of that stuff you get for $1,500. They're also going to give you 6 months of mentorship access, right? So what that does is the mentorship costs $1,597 a year for the first year and $500 a year after that. So basically, by getting this thrown in for free as part of this $1,500 program, you'll only, if you choose to stay in mentorship in the future, you're only going to pay $500. You're never going to have to pay that $1,597, which is amazing. And then obviously under this deal, you have the option to either attend in the March training or the August training events. Okay? All right, and if you're interested in taking advantage of this deal, just email me at Mike Leitner at d2dleadership.com. Again, Mike Leitner at d2dleadership.com, and just let me know, hey, Mike, I'd like to take advantage of that $1,500 deal, and I will send you the link that you will need to go to get signed up for that. All right. So if you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. Remember, the special offer expiration date is the 29th of December. So after the 29th of December, the only option that you're going to have available to you is that full rate tuition, which is still a really good deal when you look at what's available on the market right now. However, if you want to take advantage of that $1,500, let me know. I can only bring in 2 people under this deal, but I have a couple of friends that don't plan on bringing anybody in. So if we get more than 2 people that want to sign up, I think I can probably help you out just by referring you to one of my buddies. So if you're interested, remember, shoot me that email and I will let you know. If you have any other questions, please feel free to shoot me an email and I'd be happy to answer them. Or if you'd just like to sit down and chat, I can show you that too. Real quick, before I end this, let me go ahead and let me just show you what it looks like on the online platform. So I'm going to go here. This is the online platform. You may recall seeing it in that slide previously. So you're going to go into courses. And if I can get the internet to work for me here. All right, perfect. So these are those 6 core courses I was telling you about. So when we go to each one of these courses, you're going to see that there's all kinds of resources that are available for them. So right now I just clicked on the 15 Laws of Growth. And if my internet goes on, you can see that I'm subscribed. These are all of the materials that are available for the 15 Laws of Growth. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click on this introduction and resources. Perfect. So there's a little intro audible. It's John basically launching. You can listen to that. That's for your own personal development. There's the PowerPoint presentations for this that are ready to go for you. They've got mastermind guides. They've got a key for the mastermind guides. They've got the facilitator lunch and learn scripts. They've got the PowerPoints. They've got just about everything you could possibly need to be able to launch a program around the 15 invaluable laws of growth right here provided for you. All you got to do is go in and change your personal information in there, and then you're set up. All right, perfect. Well, in the interest of brevity, I'm going to go ahead and end this now. But if any of you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a note. I'd be happy to answer those for you. Again, thank you for joining me.